Good morning, students. In the previous session, I have shared an animated video with you related to the motions of the earth. Okay, it must have added clarity to the concept of what rotation and revolution is. So let us recap quickly. There are two motions of the earth. One is rotation and the other is revolution. Okay, rotation takes 24 hours or 1 day. Revolution takes 365 1/4 days, but we only say 365 days. This 1/4 day for 4 years is stored, and every 4th year it is added as one extra day to the month of February. Okay, and that year is called a leap year. When February is having 29 days, that is a leap year. Okay, and that one extra day is coming from where? 1/4 day every year is saved, and every 4th year those 1/4 day which are being saved are calculated as 1 day. Okay, 4 1/4 becomes 1 day, so this 1 day is added to the month of February. Okay, and that is a leap year. Now, due to rotation, we have day and night, and due to revolution, it is change in seasons. Okay, this is what we have covered till now. We have also learnt about the position of the earth. Suppose that this is the sun, and this is the earth. Okay, sorry, it is not properly drawn. This is the equator. Okay, sun rays are falling. You will see that the direct sun rays are falling on the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay, direct sun rays are falling on the northern hemisphere, and the rays which are falling on the southern hemisphere is not direct. Okay, so the direct rays are having more heat. That's why the northern hemisphere experiences summer and southern hemisphere experiences winter. And we are talking about which month? We are talking about the month from April to July. Okay, as a result of this, in northern hemisphere days are long and nights are short, and in southern hemisphere days are short and nights are long. This is what we have covered till now. Okay, we have also learned that the speed of the earth is speed of the earth is 30 km per hour. It is there on page number 38, Factpedia. The earth revolves around the sun at a speed of 30 km per hour, which is not correct. It is a misprint in your book. It will be 30 km per second. Speed of earth. Okay, the earth revolves at a speed of 30 km per second. It is not 30 km per hour. So kindly correct it in your book. Now I gave you one homework of figure out How long do other planets take to complete one revolution around the sun? I think so you must have found the answers. So let us discuss it, but the space is less here. So you can do one thing, you can write it here as I have written you. Okay, you can also write it here. So I am sharing the answer with you. Mercury takes 87 days. Venus 224 days. Then comes Earth. We all know that 365 days. Then comes Mars 686 days. Then it is Jupiter 4332 days, a long time. Then comes Saturn, oh God, 10,755 days. Uranus, it is more, it is 30,687 days. You see, it is increasing. And the last is Neptune. 60,190 days. Oh God. You can see the days taken by each planet to revolve around the sun. I will share this in the PDF also, so you can note it down. Okay. Now we will move to the next part of the lesson. Okay, page number 38. Between the months of November to January, the opposite happens. The northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, while the southern hemisphere is tilted towards it. As a result, the northern hemisphere has winter, while the southern hemisphere has summer. Kindly see this diagram. This part I have explained you before, that when the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, the direct sunlight is falling there, direct rays is there. So northern hemisphere is experiencing summer and winter is there in southern hemisphere. Now the opposite things happen. The earth has revolved and taken this place now. So now what is there? The tilt is there, the equator, everything is there. So now the southern hemisphere is getting the direct sunlight. Okay, and the northern hemisphere is not getting the direct sunlight. It is away from the direct sunlight of the sun. So now opposite happens. Previously it was summer in northern hemisphere and winter in southern hemisphere. Now opposite is there. Southern hemisphere is having summer as it is getting the direct sunlight, and northern hemisphere is getting winter as it is getting the indirect, or as it is away from the direct rays of the sun. And this happens in which month? From November to January. Okay. Therefore, the two hemispheres have opposite seasons. For example, when India, which lies in the northern hemisphere, has summer, Australia, which lies in the southern hemisphere, has winter. We are talking about this position now. Okay. So when India lies in the northern hemisphere, we all know that northern hemisphere, India is there. Okay. So when India is there in northern hemisphere, that means it is tilted towards the direct sun rays. Okay, so this part will be having summer. That's why in the season of April to June, India is having summers. Okay, and in the same time, Australia, which is in the southern hemisphere, experiences winter. Okay, the same opposite thing happens here. Now when we talk about the days, as in summer it was longer days and nights were short. Now in northern hemisphere, now it is winter, so days will be short and nights will be long. Okay. Now let me read in a nutshell. There are two movements of the earth, rotation and revolution. The earth spins along an imaginary line called the axis. We all know that this is the axis. Okay. The spinning of the earth on its axis once in 24 hours is called rotation. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. The revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun in its orbit. Okay, this is the orbit. This is the path which the earth is following. This is the orbit. The revolution of the earth causes a change in seasons. We all know that rotation causes change, day and night, and revolution causes change in seasons. So with this we complete our lesson. In the next session I will share the question answer and the exercises part of the book. Thank you class.